didn't crash this time. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of New Talk Set. And today we're going to be talking about cloud storage. I'm going to define cloud storage, tell you guys the difference between or the two types of cloud, in my opinion, private and public. Why did I say it already? I don't know, I'm just too high. Advantages and disadvantages of cloud storages. Should you use the cloud storage? Should you not? I'm going to leave it for you. And also I'm going to tell you guys the name of the cloud storage I use and what I actually do. I basically just touch everything cloud storage. Everybody's always saying the cloud. Now again, the cloud is actually very complex, but today we're just talking about cloud storage. Again, cloud storage. Now I'm just too hyped. Before we talk about cloud storage, let's talk about local storage. Local storage is, for example, everything I have on my iPad or on my computer or my phone is locally saved, meaning that's a local storage. And in the cloud, people actually think, oh, look, I'm uploading my data to the cloud. Basically, what you are doing is just uploading your data to a remote server. Basically, a remote server is a storage or a server where somewhere you don't know, basically remote. That's what remote means, not on-prem premises. You don't have to manage it if it's a public server. You don't have to manage it. All you just do is, depends on the cloud storage you have, just upload it and then it goes to whatever location or wherever the storage is. So again, I think, I've touched spoil. I don't know where I am. Okay, I actually don't know. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm just going to keep this going. I think it's right here. I'm using OneNote right now. Okay, it's right here now. Where is it? I think I'm just messing it up. Now, okay, I just have to go freestyle. I didn't plan for this, but let's go freestyle. I wanted to make this video today a little bit more structured, but I just played around and messed up my notes. Okay, the beginning. Cloud storage, the definition of a cloud storage is having a storage not on a device, on a remote location. And the advantage of a cloud storage would be easy accessibility as long as you have internet. So for example, I miss your iPad. For example, if you have pictures on your phone and then you leave your phone at home and you travel wherever and you just need those pictures, you could just log into, for example, maybe Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever public cloud you're using, and then you have those pictures. Downside to it is you always have to have internet. Again, if you go to a location where you don't have internet and you really need those pictures, it kinda screwed up. So I think this is actually what everybody knows. Now let's go into details. What I actually use the cloud storage for is for working documents and my backup. So basically it's actually pictures, videos and recordings, note recordings or school documents. I think I did that when I was in school. Now it depends. You have to actually know what you want to use cloud storage for, if you actually need it or if you just want to keep working locally. So I'm just going to paint out different scenarios. So let's just say you are a typical student who just use Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. In my opinion, I would suggest, instead of using thumb drives, which is very easy to misplace or get damaged in the train, just on everyday life, you should use the cloud. If you have a Hotmail account, you actually have I think Microsoft gives you 5 gigabytes free of charge. So basically, if you have a hotmail.com or outlook.com account, you can just go ahead and log into OneDrive.com, maybe, I don't know, just Google OneDrive, and you'd have 5 gigabytes of storage. And again, if you're living in the first world, internet should not be a problem. So you could save your documents there, your presentations, and that way if you're in school, you could just quickly download it. Or Dropbox also provides the same. I don't know how many gigabytes, but what I noticed is if you actually have, like, if you're using Hotmail, why go ahead and sign up for Dropbox? I'm not saying you shouldn't use Dropbox, but you get the picture. If you're using Gmail, think Google Drive gives you 15 gigabytes, not terabyte. I take that back. 15 gigabytes. So again, you could go ahead and save your files there to download. Why I actually prefer using Hotmail is that if you're working on a document and you save that in OneDrive, for example, instead of using Google Drive, because Outlook is kind of a Microsoft product, you could actually have like the web version of Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. That way, instead of downloading the file, you could keep on working on the file in the cloud, and you don't have to download it and have multiple copies. Now, if you are a student in a university or wherever, you should have an Office 365 account from the school, wherever. Again, you can just use the cloud storage there, same thing, OneDrive, and depending on the school, you might have up to 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes of cloud storage. And yeah, so that's a typical, the cloud storage use case for a student. And then if you're just a private person who has a lot of pictures, again, let's just say between 0 terabytes to 5 terabytes, you could use iCloud storage on your phone, whatever, iPad, Google Drive actually gives you, I think, unlimited cloud storage for Google Photos. I think it's Google Photos is what it's called. You could go ahead and just back up your phone there. That's actually a public cloud. So Dropbox, OneDrive, iCloud, all these are public clouds. Again, you just need a strong internet and you should have access to it. And for backing up your phone and your pictures and everything, like I just said, if it's above 5 gigabytes, what I do, because I think I had over 22,000 pictures on my phone. The reason I said had is because I had to reset my phone last week and I lost all the pictures, but I have them on my private cloud storage at home. So imagine me paying a monthly fee for iCloud services. I know I have at least 2 terabytes of pictures, videos from about 7 to 8 years. And if I have to pay a recurring fee every month for 2 terabytes, I think I'm just gonna get broke. Because I'm already broke. I'm just gonna remain broke. Anyways, why am I laughing? Anyways, what I do or what I have done is I went ahead and purchased. Initially, I purchased a 5 terabyte Seagate server. So that way, I actually backed up everything I had on my phone, my iPad, my computer. I backed them up on my private cloud. So that's actually a NAS, network area. Why does network area? It's not. I take that back. It's actually a network attached storage. Yeah, it's actually a network attached storage. Why am I saying area network? I just get everything mixed up. Anyways, a NAS is a network attached storage, which means, for example, where is my hard drive? Right here. I think I have a hard drive. Where are you? Oh, right here. So this is just a regular hard drive. Normally, if you want to use this hard drive, you just plug it into a computer. That way, only me has access to this hard drive, and I'll be able to use it when I plug it to my computer. When I'm done, I'll just unplug it and keep it somewhere. But what if I want to use it when I'm in, for example, on holidays, and I didn't plug it into my computer? This is where the network area storage comes in play. All you have to do is get a home cloud system or cloud storage, connect it to the network, set up a username and a password for it, or email address, or just a way to authentify English. You know what I mean? A way to like log into the system. Depending on the cloud storage you buy, you should always have access from all over the world. Again, you just have to connect to the internet at home, and as long as your internet provider doesn't mess up your connection and you have constant internet at home, you should be able to get connection to your network area storage. No, network attached storage. God, I'm just hyped. I'm just overhyped. I don't know why I'm overhyped, but just know I'm overhyped. Let's throw this away. Okay, bye bye. So you get what I mean? So initially, like I said, I had 5 terabytes, and then after a while, I just kept piling up data, and I just got scared. What if my cloud was to crash? What would I do? So that way, I went ahead and purchased another 5 terabytes of storage just to back up my server. So that way I have my local data is backed up on my server, and then my server's data is backed up somewhere else, still in my house or my apartment. That way, if one of them should crash, I would have a backup from somewhere else. Like I said, my phone kind of crashed last week. I restored everything. It took me a while. I have all my pictures on the cloud. I didn't lose anything. But just imagine that I did not have any backup. If I read. But anyways, so you have to actually decide, do you have a lot of pictures? What am I? Or let me take that back. So I think the steps on deciding if you should use a public cloud or a private cloud boils down to the fact of how much data do you have to save or backup, or what are the reoccurring fees. I think my whole setup cost me closely $500. But again, I had one for like over 7 years now, and it's actually very, very stable. I'm using one Seagate NAS and one WD, I think that's what it's called, WD Home Cloud Storage. You can also use QNAP. I'm not advocating for any of these products. I'm just telling you what I use and what I trust, because they're just here right now. You can't even hear a single sound of no fan noise, nothing. And like I said, I just plugged them once and invested the $500, and everything is just managed kind of by itself. And if you should choose the public cloud system, iCloud, you just keep paying the recurring fees, and that's actually a disadvantage because those recurring fees can, like, maybe between now and 5 years, you could actually, the money you spend there, you could actually spend it on a home server. That actually, you actually have more cloud storage. Like I said, I have a total of 10 terabytes. I'm using just 5, one for backup, one for the backup's backup. If that makes any sense. So if you did not get anything from this video, please, I implore you to use cloud storage, just because it's actually very, very easy to use, to set up. You have access from it every day, from everywhere and every day. Again, English. Calm down, you calm down. Okay. So I think I know most people have internet connection with their phone. I have OneDrive on my computer, on my phone, on my iPad, because I use Office 365 at work. That way I have 3 terabytes at work, but those are just work files. And that way, when I wake up in the morning, when I'm going to work, I just carry my iPad with me, just to like make notes, yeah. And most of my files, or if not all of my files, are in the cloud, just for the major advantages that I said. Again, I think I'm just repeating myself. Major advantages are, it's easy to manage. You have your files. You can access your files wherever you are, anytime in the world, as long as you have internet. Disadvantages of the cloud storage is actually, depends. If you use the public one and you have a lot of data to save, it's actually very, very expensive. Or you could actually just invest maybe $200-300. You don't have to spend $500. Don't say you said blah blah blah. It's too expensive. I think you can actually buy used servers, or actually cheaper ones, or actually not English again. Servers nodes that doesn't have a lot of terabytes or a lot of storage. You can go ahead and buy 1 terabyte NAS server for your house or for your family or whatever. If you guys don't have a lot of data to save, just buy a cheap one, have it set up, boom. If you just need it for school and you don't have an Office 365 account, you could use your Outlook. Or if you don't have an Outlook account, you could also save the same files on your Google Drive, and then you could actually back up your phone, the pictures on your phone, with also Google Photos, because I did it also. You can't have too many backups, you just can't. So again, I think to wrap this video up, like I said before, please try to use the cloud storage. It's actually cheaper than it has ever been. I think it's going to get cheaper, just because everything's getting cheaper these days and everything is coming out, and I don't know. Hey, okay, I'm not going to prolong this video anymore. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. I think I have 30 subscribers right now. Thanks you. Thanks you. Oh my god. Thanks for the support, and be sure to like this video if I was able to help you in any ways. please hit the like button, and yeah, that's it. I think I always do. Bye bye. Ouch. Nah, I'm just flexing. Okay, see you guys next week Sunday, and again, bye bye.